Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Battlefield Waltz, continuing Wilhelm's route. So, Wilhelm is not just the cursed sword now. He is now the possessor of the cursed sword, and I'm all alone. It's lonely here. Anyway.
Hey, did you see the new guy? I did. Is he really the cursed sword? That's what the instructor said. I still don't believe it, though. He looked like a mean guy. When I said hi, he ignored me.
Yeah, I mean, well, because Wilhelm's a little bit of a douche. Let's be real. Let's be real. He's a little bit of a dumpster fire. Someone's gonna get mad at me for that. I mean, look at. If we just back up, what did we learn in the last part? I was taken away from my family as a child to go fight and murder people, and that seemed pretty cool. Whatevs. Has literally no heart. He's completely, like, void of any feeling, aside from, like, yeah, no, murder school, I get paid for this, cool, whatevs. You know? So, like, I feel like that constitutes a little bit of a dumpster fire, you know? I don't think he's necessarily, like, our standard dumpster fire that we come across when they are like, I will, you know, use you and sacrifice you and I'm gladly kill you or threaten to kill you. Not that quite level of dumpster fire, but, you know, being a bit of a douche still kind of, I think, puts him... There's a place where just a big fat fucking douche and a raging inferno, like, overlaps, and, you know, dumpster fire is kind of that overlap. I mean, raging inferno is also a dumpster fire, but you know what I mean? He's not the raging inferno of dumpster fires. It's just like, is there a little bit of a fire going on in that dumpster? It's a little bit. Just a little bit. Somebody should put that out, you know? Not we're like, holy shit, if we don't get that under control, the whole city's gonna burn. We've met those dumpster fires. You know what I mean? We'll be able to put them out. It'll be fine. Hey, we always manage the raging dumpster fires, okay? Like, listen. We like trash. We like dumpster fires. He's a little problematic, okay? It's fine. He's gonna get over it. And maybe he's just grumpy because he's not part of me anymore and he misses me. He's always been a little salty asshole, though, hasn't he? I saw this coming. I eavesdropped on what happened at the boys' dorm while scooping up clam chowder. I hope he doesn't start any fights. We're like, God, it's like, oh, we have to mother this man. Oh my God, no, don't do it. But we can't look after him at the girls' dorm. Hey, it's him! There was a murmur at the entrance of the cafeteria. I cautiously looked up and saw... Oh, with Asaka. What is this place? It's the cafeteria. Huh. I see. Like, you could be so mean. He could just be kind of a douche, and Asaka's like, nah, I get it. He's just a grouchy bastard. It's okay. I know Abel. I'm used to grouchy bastards. He's a little bit more, like, upfront about being an ass, and Abel's just a quiet grouch. But, like, you know, I'm used to it. Asaka's just the sweetest fucking thing. Why can't we marry Asaka? Why is Asaka not a route? Seriously? Because honestly, there is literally no problems. The biggest, like, problematic portion of Asaka was the I can hear the dead people in Tifalet's route, and it was keeping him up at night. The poor thing was suffering. That's the only red flag he's ever had in his routes. He's literally just, like, the most wholesome thing. I'm just saying. So Asaka's in charge of him now. I think they chose the right person. Yeah, no, seriously. Asaka's in charge of all of them. Let's be fucking real. He's the house mother over there. Oh. Look at that snarky, sexy face he puts on when he's like, whatever, and then he sees us, he's like, hey. He's giving us the hate face. That face is like, sup, girl? Like, yo. And he even yelled us. I mean, yeah. Morning. How are you? Good. Good morning. Morning, Asaka. Are you roommates with Wilhelm? No way. How could I even sleep in the same room with another dude? Oh, God. Oh, God. Are you going to be that guy? Like, where's Lustin? Like, you're putting Lustin to shame with the... Are you going to be like that? I don't sleep with dudes. I only sleep with chicks. Okay, you're worse than Lustin. With the whole, I can't pick flowers. That's so gay. Like, what the fuck, dude? Just pick the fucking flowers. All of them. Oh, dear God. Except for Asaka. He's like, I'll pick flowers. They're pretty. I'll make a flower crown. Do you want me to wear it with you? Because, dude, I look sweet in a flower crown. And he would wear it proudly and know he's beautiful and not give any fucks. I'm just saying. Only one here that would wear a flower crown and not be like, what? That's girly. He'd be like, I look beautiful. Whatever. Just because you don't look bonita doesn't mean I don't look bonita. And I feel it too, bitches. And he'd be totally fine with it. And that's why we can't date him. Anyway. That's why he has his own room. Oh, okay. There was an open room anyways, but I'll be showing him around the academy. Good luck. Hey, where's the food? Over there. I pointed to where everyone was lining up. Why are those people lining up there? Is it a soup kitchen? Do I just ask for it there? It's a bit different. This is a cafeteria. Okay. What a pain in the ass. Woo! It's been a while since I was last in a human body. Forgot that I could get hungry. He was mumbling to himself as Asaka guided him away. Asaka has the patience of a fucking saint. He's got a lot of work ahead. I mean, we had to deal with Wilhelm, but he only popped out on occasion to annoy the fuck out of us with his crotchety little bitch attitude. Okay? Asaka has to deal with this 24/7. I'm just saying. Is he going to be in class with us now? Are they going to make him go to class? They were like, let's put him in the dorms. They're just storing him there. They were like, he is a sword. Can we just put him in a maintenance locker or some shit? Like, I really wish someone had asked that. It won't be easy. Good luck, Asaka. Oh, our poor little prince. I was worried about Wilhelm during the first period. When I was headed to the next class, I encountered him again. You. Asaka bowed to me next to Wilhelm. Is Asaka showing you around the academy? Guess so. Anyway, this entire building is just ridiculous. Why do you say that? I wondered what he didn't like about it. There's no watchtowers or ramparts. I also don't see any guards anywhere. If this place gets attacked, it'll be taken over in less than a day. This isn't a castle! That would never happen! It could happen, but also, this isn't a motherfucking castle? Wasn't this just like the royal family's summer home? This is not a castle. Dude, this isn't a castle! This is someone's quaint summer cottage. It's turned into a fucking academy. I'm making fun of the fact that it was like their summer hall. Like, she said that. Didn't Queen Kiora say that or something? It's like, so it's literally just their summer cottage. The fact that this not quite a castle is their summer cottage is what's funny. I'm making fun of rich people here. Like, I wish I could be that rich where you're like, oh, we're going to our summer cottage and it's like a fucking 5,000 square foot mansion and you're like, cottage? This is a university. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? I like this isn't a castle because that's sarcastic and cocky. Nice. Nice. This isn't a castle, so it's not built that way. Again, it's the rich people's summer cottage. But strong people are gathered here, right? And don't people attack places like that? Yeah, but the capital's protected by magic. No enemy can ever invade here. Okay. Why does he look slightly saltily disappointed? Look at his salty, disappointed face. He's like, he's got angry salad cat face. You know what I'm talking about. Please, for the love of God, tell me you know what angry salad cat is. It's my favorite fucking meme. Like, he has that look on his face. That little white cat that's just sitting there and has a pissed off face because there's a bowl of salad in front of it. It's just like, the fuck is this shit? That's that face. Angry salad cat face. I love it. I think it's my favorite thing to see on 2D anime boys is just pissed off salad cat face. Like, I don't know why that cat gives me such joy. I see that, I'm like, he's so mad. It's so funny. And seeing it reflected in these boys' faces is just... It is a highlight of my life, okay? Anyway. Do you see the magic circle in the sky? You know, that one up there? Uh-huh. He's definitely unsatisfied with this. Yeah, you can... It's definitely the salad cat face again. I wonder if he thinks this peaceful world is boring. Probably. Oh, there you are. Great, you're together. Hello, instructor. Hey, Shady. Put away those goddamn fingers. They're creepy. I remembered what he said yesterday. And see, notice he has not been around. He was here kinda, and then he's been gone, and now all of a sudden he's back? In Wilhelm's route? Evil. I can't trust a man with fucking fingers that would make E.T. like just feel like a stumpy figured human. I mean, seriously, like, ugh. Anyway, I remembered what he said yesterday. What are you doing? You're getting fidgety. Figure your shit out. Are you serious? Are you serious? Did we not just go potties before we came up here? Did we not? Did we not? Do you need to go potties? Let me take you. Okay, hold on. Tell everybody to hold on. Tell everyone to hold on for the bird. This is what we do here. We ramble about bullshit, and we spend all the time, and then we gotta get bird breaks. You got potty breaks? You were getting fidgety? Yeah, you had to go potty. We didn't make sure. That's my fault. Can I have kisses? Good boy. He's like, you forced it on me. Whatever. You're my birdie, so it's my choice. He's like, that's not how that goes. I didn't check. That was my fault. Because we came upstairs. We were doing stuff downstairs. I came upstairs to look at something, and I tried to get you to go potties, but you didn't need to go. And I was like, that's okay. We're coming right back downstairs. And we didn't. We were only downstairs for a few minutes, but we did check to make sure before we came upstairs to play games. No, so we didn't give you a chance to go potties, bless you, before we came upstairs. No, we didn't. So that was my fault. So it's okay. And thank you for behaving and not pooping on me. Oh, and then you bit me. Ouch. I was going to be like, you're such a good boy. Now you're a big fat jerk. You're still a good boy, but you're also a big fat jerk. Anyway, did Her Majesty summon us? Yes, let's go see her together right now. Queen Kiora is eager to meet him. I bet she is. Bitch trying to take my man. I did try to steal her brother. Of course she is. I was looking down. I didn't read that line. Is there a problem? Oh, not really a problem, but... I love Salad Cat. Here he is. Wilhelm, we're going to the castle of this nation right now. Watch your words, okay? Why are you talking to me like that? And be sure to greet her properly. And don't be rude. I just got nervous. My bird walked down to my leg. I was like, oh my god. And then he goes to move, and I thought he was going to move like he was backing up to poop. And I was like, you just pooped! No, he was just trying to preen himself. But it was just the way it felt. I was like, oh my god. I was like, don't poop on me. Especially after you just pooped. Yeah. Plus, you know where your poopy spot is. But you just pooped. So I don't know why I freaked out thinking you were going to poop on me. But it's also because you're just it's just the way you moved. To, like, back up to, like, preen yourself. I don't know. Anyway. And then I'm not going. It's a pain in the ass. Wilhelm! I hate uptight places. I'm sorry, but you must go, Wilhelm. You're a warrior who fought with the sword during your life. Thus, you must also understand the importance of courtesy and loyalty. He's like, no. Queen Kiora is not a fretful person. Don't worry about being so uptight. I love what a sassy bastard he is, though. We entered the formal meeting room and found Queen Kiora was already there. So King Sarazar and King Ildis aren't here today, which is probably a good thing, because if Wilhelm sees how much I've fallen over King Sarazar, he might get a little jealous, all I'm saying. And he rightfully should be, because I'm just saying, we know how much I love that man. When I was first brought in here, all three of them were present. I remember just how nervous I was. She's like, we didn't want to make him nervous. The fuck? It's a pleasure to meet you, Wilhelm. I'm Queen Kiora, the Queen of Milvaria.
You.
Hey, Wilhelm, you can't talk to Queen Kiora like that. I whispered a reprimand to him. I'm sorry, I should have whispered that then. I was sure that Queen Kiora could hear me from this distance, but I had to say it. You don't have to worry about that. No, but it's fine. And then we shut the fuck up. Don't argue with the Queen, Spacey. Jesus. Instructor Alias was making a wry smile next to me. A mysterious sort of legends in Ortesia. It was quite a surprise that she was the one who awakened it. But to see that you've taken the shape of a man, it's an honor to speak with you. I mean, the phrasing of that makes me sus, bitch. Oh, but you've taken the shape of a man. It's an honor to speak with you. Should I have read it all? Like, why, thanks. Wilhelm, you worry too much. I just think it's rude. I don't mind it one bit. If anything, I'm enjoying this conversation. She's like, ain't nobody spoken to me like that in years. Then I briefly glared at Wilhelm and then took a step back. Now we shall begin. First of all, why did you come out of the cursed sword?
Beats me.
Does that mean it was not by your will?
I guess. I clicked that too fast. I'm not hiding anything from you, you know. I'm just as surprised about it as you.
Really? He didn't seem that way when we talked in the courtyard, so I didn't even think he was surprised.
I'm just glad I got out. You can expect a lot of great things from me from now on.
He's cocky. You mean, for war?
Of course. So, when's the big war about to start?
Still that douche. Unfortunately, I do not know. She's like, hope not.
You gotta have a country or two looking to invade. Let's kill them before they get to us.
It's not my philosophy. I'm sorry. Oh, Wilhelm. Sorry. His facial expressions are so good.
He's like, come on, let's go kill him. You got people that are wanting to invade. Let's invade them first. And she's like, yeah, I don't believe in that. And he's like, pissed salad cat face. That's so fucking...
You were letting me get your pin feathers out. I got a couple of them, but you don't trust me now? I got a couple of them. I got quite a few of them. Oh, okay, all right. You were doing so good. You were letting me take care of them. I didn't hurt you. Now you don't want me... Okay, fine. Now that he looked like an adult, I thought he'd act more mature, but apparently his aggressive personality hadn't changed. I felt nervous just listening to his conversation with Queen Kiora. If you'd like to fight someone in a war immediately, then perhaps Digroth might be the most appropriate place for you. Queen Kiora! There's been another small-scale battle in a village by the border recently. I can't read. Something you could resolve single-handedly.
Digroth. I've heard of that place before.
Wilhelm, the King of Digroth used to be your owner. I whispered that to him.
Really?
You don't remember?
It's way too long ago.
I see. Maybe parts of his memory have become hazy. It's exactly like in the dream.
Hey, Kiora. Is this woman also coming with me to this Digroth place?
I like the fact that he's really attached to us, despite the fact that he kind of hates us, but he also kind of doesn't. Like, we saw in his little memories, like, she was like, heard this voice, and it was like comforting, and I actually don't mind it, but then he's like, still salty and douchey to us, to our face. Like, what the fuck? Huh? Me? No, she is a member of Nirvana. She cannot go without a formal request.
Okay. And I'm not going either.
What? I think it's really cute, though, that he's such a salty bastard and, like, just really wants to stab people. He's like, yeah, let me kill some people. Let me go to war. But then he's like, yeah, no, but I'm stuck with her. Like, but you are absolutely like, just want to be with us all the damn time. And like, you're so clingy. It's kind of cute. But like, not in an adorable, clingy way. He's just like a very like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going if she's not going, whatever. It's a standoffish, clingy way, which is really weird. But I'm not here for it, you know? You know, I do owe her for awakening me like this. She's pretty pathetic without me, too. Ouch. Huh? I never thought Wilhelm felt any sort of obligation toward me. When he said that, Queen Kiora smiled at me gently. Would you please continue attending Nirvana? You tend to worry so much, so I thought you may be anxious. Queen Kiora, you know, I do feel like this game gets me, though. It's like, they're like, you worry too much. Yeah, no, actually, I really do. In reality, I'm absolutely that person. I'm the same way at work. Like, it's funny because my boss is like, you always figure things out. I'm like, I know, but I just get so high-strung and wound up, and it's like, yeah, you need to chill out. Like, I know. She's like, you always figure this stuff out. I'm like, maybe, but that doesn't mean in the moment I'm not like, oh my god! Like, I got a magnet. I'm pretty sure I've told everyone this before. When I was on vacation, and I keep it up, like, I have a lamp at my desk that's like a cool, it's all old pipes and everything. It's like steampunky, like, it's like an industrial looking lamp that's got like an outlet on it that you can put 2 plugs in or a couple of USB ports and stuff. Unfortunately, that lamp shop is not at the place where I got it anymore. It doesn't exist anymore, which is sad. But it's supposed to be industrial, but I'm like, it's like steampunky. You know what I mean? Like, industrial kind of can lean into the steampunk, you know. But I have it at my desk, and it's because it's metal, so I put the magnet on it. It says, I'll get over it, I just need to be dramatic about it first. And I'm like, that's literally me. I just need to run around my room. I'm never going to make it. Everything is the end of the world. And then all of a sudden go, oh yeah, no, I got it. Never mind. You know, I just have to be, I'm just very high strung, okay? About like, especially work stuff. I'm always like, oh my God, I'm never going to figure it out. Why is everything not working? And then like 2 seconds later, you're like, you walk away freaking out. You come back and you're like, oh, okay, I got this. Never mind. I just don't know how to be calm about shit, okay? I don't. I'm just very fucking dramatic, and I've always been very fucking dramatic. So, you know, anyway. Queen Kiora. So, you know, her being like, you need to calm the fuck down. Yeah. I could never keep any secrets from her. No matter what I thought, she could see right through me. Even if you're no longer the owner of the cursed sword, I still want you to remain in Nirvana. How about you? I appreciate your kindness. Please allow me to stay in Nirvana. I will continue to give my all. I bowed deeply. Some students might spread rumors about me losing the cursed sword, but I was different from when I came here. I had Yuriana and many other friends. Well, you heard her. I don't mind staying here in this country for the time being either. Do take care of me. Thank you both. He asked me to take care of him. All right. You came at the right time, Wilhelm. What? Upon returning from the castle, Instructor Leonidas was waiting for us. Your uniform's in your room. Go and get changed. He's gonna wear a uniform? I can't wait. We're gonna see him out of his armor. But, like, when we go to war, at least we know what his armor looks like. But once again, he is covered head to toe in armor so he doesn't get stabbed. And Yuriana goes looking like she's gonna be dancing at the after party. Like, I'm just saying. Look, there's nothing wrong with the Princess Leia white bikini vibe going, if that's what you're, like, going for, okay? Or is it gold bikini? It was a gold bikini, wasn't it? Yeah, anyway. Listen, I'm not a Star Wars person. I'm a Trekkie, okay? But, like, there's nothing wrong with that look, if that's what you're going for. But, like, her regular dress is white. That's why my brain went. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what you go to war in. That's what you go to the party afterward in, okay? Or if you're going to be the exotic dancer. Again, nothing wrong with that, but you don't go to battle in that. Girl, what the fuck? Like, who drew for this game? Were there any women on this that worked on this to be like, that is just no. If we're gonna make slutty like armor, the men should be wearing the slutty armor, eye candy for those of us playing it. I'm just saying, put the men in slutty armor. But you know what it is? Because, let's be real, they knew what the female gaze really was, because they're like, look at his snatched little waist and the fucking suit of armor, like, it's hot. Right? Put him in a uniform. Ooh, okay. A man in uniform. Okay. Sure. I just don't know why they thought to put male gaze costume on Yuriana, because, seriously? But whatever. Uniform? Yes, the one the boys wear. So you're giving me more crap to do? I'm fine with what I have on now. Unfortunately for you, all students and instructors are required to wear uniforms. The instructors even wear them too. I mean, I guess that's why they all kind of look like they match, but we all have our own flair to wear uniforms, so. I'm not a student or an instructor. And then do you want to leave? Ooh, look at him getting meated. Yes, I suppose that's not such a bad idea. You're not a child, so you'll survive the current cold weather. Looking at your build, you can work at the port as a day laborer. That might help you make a living. Like, it is funny because it's like you're not a child, so it's like, so you're implying that he's actually, when they keep calling him an adult, and it's like, we're all teenagers, but like, man, so like, you're not quite old enough to be an instructor, but you're too old to be a student here, so like, this is awkward. Anyway. Well, actually, I just talked to the queen and told her I'm staying in this nation. Yes. This nation, that is. This conversation isn't making any sense. I mean, I get it. Leonidas is like, wear your uniform. And he's like, but I'm not a student. He's like, well, then you can get the fuck out. And he's like, oh, you can go sleep on the streets or whatever. But then, like, the whole, like, I'm going to stay in this nation. Yes, this nation that it... What? I feel like the context was missing there. It was very odd, but anyway. Damn it. Fine, I'll wear it. Like, unless he's like, no, this nation, as in, like, Nirvana, but, like, I guess that's missed if you're not actually hearing the way they say. I don't know, whatever. Goodness, another problem child on our hands. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? You awakened him, but you're not his mother or anything. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Asaka and I are his pair. Oh. Asaka and I have a weird, sassy adult child. It was easier when he was a child in the sword to say that, but his mother, right? And now that he mentioned it, I'm sorry. It's a bad habit of mine. See, I'm sorry that I keep apologizing. Well, I'm sure things are tough for you with so much happening, but don't let it get to you. See you tomorrow. Don't let it get to you. He's so nice in a gruff, angry, like, look at him beaming at us. I mean, he acts all angry and bitchy, but he is like a big softie. Did he just try to cheer me up? Instructor Leonidas was famous for being strict with everyone. I was a little taken aback by the unexpected sympathy. I love the fact that they keep going with, like, he's a hard ass and everything. Because, like, that's just what you see until he shows you what's underneath in Pasha's route and everything. And you don't see it otherwise. But it is kind of adorable that they keep doing it. They bring him back and he's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, just try to figure shit out. Like, you'll be fine. And then you're like, wait, what? But we know. She's like, oh, huh? And we're like, oh. We know he's a marshmallow. He's a non-dateable marshmallow. But these words started to become heartfelt, along with Queen Kyora's. Yeah, I think I can do this. Without the cursed sword, I was a normal girl again. But I made up my mind to keep doing my best here with my dear friends. Oh, the end. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how many chapters he has. Everybody else only had a couple, right? But he might be longer because it's. I was anxious the entire time during training that morning. I wonder if Wilhelm's going to get his ass handed to him by, like, Abel, or if he's going to become the new strongest student. Like, there's a part of me that feels like, oh, our love interest should be, like, the strongest. But they didn't do that with everybody else. Like, Lustin was still always second. Posh got better and was, whatever. But he never beat Abel. Him taking down Rosian was, I still don't like that. I still feel like that takes away a little bit of Abel's thunder, because that is Abel's father, and he should really have been that one. I kind of could understand it if when we're coming into Wilhelm's route, Wilhelm does it, because this whole thing, the whole game, technically revolves around him, the cursed sword. So he's more of a main character than I am. But, but they never had Posh beat, like, Abel or Lustin or anything. You know what I mean? So they kind of kept our love interests in their own lane. So I could see, though, with Wilhelm, because he is the cursed sword, if he was able to, and he is so fucking experienced, like, not just being the sword and using his power to help people, but just who he was before he died and became the cursed sword. You know what I mean? So, like, you might be a little rusty, but I could see him being able to beat Lustin and then Abel, But then there's a part of me that's like, but I don't think he should be able to, because, like, again, then that takes away a little bit from Abel and Lustin, but Wilhelm technically probably should be better than them, So, like, I don't know. I don't know which way I would think it would work out better. Anyway, I was anxious the entire time during training that morning. I want to see. Since Wilhelm became a Nirvana student, he was participating too, but he only observed us from afar. Also, being an adult, is it really fair for him to be fighting the kids? Oh, right. This is his uniform. Oh, look at him flashing his fucking cleavage at us. You little slut. Okay. I mean, am I opposed to this? Look at his slutty little, like, you got your vest on underneath your shirt. But, like, you see all his cleavage. Like, and like, who wears a waistcoat vest thing underneath their button-up shirt? But also, there's a part of me that's like, okay, no, I'm here for this because I just want to take that button-up shirt off of you and just see you in the vest with the slutty cleavage. And he's got some nice toned arms, so, like, it's gonna... Just me? Because I don't think it's just me. No. Listen, there's enough of you that are like, yes, no, okay. And even if you weren't before, you're thinking it now, and, like, it's not a bad idea. Just saying. Hey, Wilhelm, if you want to look all high and mighty, go and spar with our students a little. We don't have the opportunity to fight a warrior of your caliber every day. It'll be a good experience for them. He's like, why do I have to do that? I have expected you'd say that. Huh. Wilhelm, you must do as the instructors say. Huh? Why do they get to tell me what to do? It's for your sake, Wilhelm. How is that for my sake? I don't get it. That's why you should learn. Wilhelm, you're now a student of Nirvana, don't you? I do, I guess. This is an academy, and you must listen to your instructors. Those are the rules. But obeying the rules is not what's important. What are you even saying? The point is that we want you to learn how to act to meet someone's expectations. Expectations? Sorry, Lee. Like, that hurt my voice. And hopefully you'll learn how to do it yourself without me having to tell you to. As long as you're here, that is. Huh. That's... The instructor's right, Wilhelm.
Fine. Cursed sword, get your ass out here.
The way he stands is so psychotic. What the fuck? They all have their battle stance, but he looks like insane.
Now come at me. Bring it on.
Even though Wilhelm took that stance, no one dared to approach him. They were interested, but everyone was waiting for someone to go first. All right, where's Abel? You know he would do it. He'd be like, fine, whatever. Maybe they're scared of him.
What's gotten into you all? Don't tell me you're all simply afraid of losing. Are you that ashamed of losing in front of others?
Oh. The instructor's words made me realize that I had been thinking differently from everyone. When I first came here, I was labeled as the weakest student, so I didn't feel any shame in losing at all. But that wasn't the case for everyone else. She's like, oh, I'm used to losing. I wasn't even thinking about that. And then I'll go first.
Good luck, Asaka.
Because, like, even if he loses, it's just about, like, trying, you know? Wilhelm, I might not be able to stand a chance against you, but I will fight to win.
Hey, that's an interesting sword you got there.
It's a weapon for my country. It's sharp enough to cut through most things.
Can't wait to see. I've fought so many guys already, but there are still weapons I've never seen before, huh?
We should take him to Shaolei's shop! It's an honor to catch your interest. Now, shall we start? It's an honor to catch your interest. Asaka. Oh, maybe that's why you're not a love interest. It's okay. I will share my boyfriends with you.
Ready anytime.
Prepare yourself. Oh, here we go. They're both, like, Asaka looks like, what the fuck? Asaka swung down his silver sword at a blinding speed. Wilhelm parried the strike with the cursed sword.
Not bad.
Thank you very much. But I'm actually quite competitive. Our dainty little Asaka's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. He's probably gonna lose, but I am here for his competitive spirit. In our dainty flower, a volley of strikes were then exchanged.
Wow, they're amazing.
Asaka, you can do it! There's our boyfriends. Everybody's back. Asaka was third place in the recent mock battle. Even I could tell that he was a skilled swordsman. And so far, they seem to be evenly matched. This is boring. That Wilhelm guy is much weaker than I thought. Oh. I mean, I had to read the line first before I was like, oh, Dick's back. Which one did he die in? Doesn't matter, because everybody's back again. And oh, you're going to be here, and Wilhelm is going to make you eat your motherfucking words. He's going to hand your ass to you, and I'm just going to enjoy every second of it. I glared at Richard for laughing mockingly. Am I wrong, though? Asaka isn't exactly our best fighter. Yet he can't even knock him down in one blow. The legendary cursed sword, my ass. I also love his pose. I love this pose where he's like pointing like, yeah, I'll get you. You'll be hearing from my father. And yet he's like right now with this line, it just looks so ridiculous. The legendary cursed sword, my ass. Put your fucking finger in my face when you say that. Well, the fight's just getting started. Don't say it like that. I would say don't. She's probably going to say don't say it like that. That feels very much like a her thing. Like, the fight's just getting started. It's like, don't say it like that. Don't say legendary cursed sword my ass or he can't knock down Asaka in one blow. Like, because you're kind of, in the way, like, to me, don't say it like that is don't say it like that. Like, Asaka is really good, so of course they're not going to just knock him down in one blow, and that doesn't make Wilhelm weak just because he can't do that. It shows that they're both really good and evenly matched. That's what you want, you know what I mean? So we're defending both of them, I feel like. Nope, it's the fight's just getting started. Wow, I guess we're not supposed to defend Asaka. I want to defend both of our boyfriends. Our boyfriend and our side piece, because Asaka's not a real boyfriend because they don't let us date him, but the fight's just getting started. No matter how skilled you are, it's impossible to finish all fights in a single blow. What fight have you ever finished in a single blow, Richard? I'm pretty sure even I can handle 2 from you, you dumb bitch. You're right about that, but I personally find him disappointing. Richard's just like, I wanted him to be the strongest, because, are you disappointed in him because he's not into you? Listen. Then again, you're also a disappointment. The cursed sword sounds awfully special, but it's just trash, huh? Then you should fight next, Richard. Good on Abel. You're infuriating as always. What is that? What, does that mean you could win? Yes, I can. I like how Abel's just like, I'll fucking beat him, I'm number 1. Honestly, it would make sense if, Abel, Lust, and whatever, people were able to beat him, like, right now. Because, like, Wilhelm, it probably has been rusty. He's been sleeping for God knows how long because he didn't want to, like, vanish. Then we found him. We're not the best. So we don't have the best swordsmanship skills, right? He's been dormant for a while. And he himself, he's been in the sword fighting, but he's been the sword. He hasn't been using a sword. So, like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword in a way. Where, like, well, that's not really the right use of that, but it's kind of like twofold, where he's like, I haven't fought in a while, so I'm a little rusty. And even though I was fighting, somebody else was using me. I was the tool, not the wielder of said tool. That would be different. You know what I mean? And then he's been dormant for the longest time, and then the person who picked him up was me, so it's not like he's had good experience lately. So I can understand it's just been a long time, I'm a little rusty. Where then, like, so right now he's not able to win against certain students, and then later, as he hones himself again, because that'll also knock him down a peg. He's so fucking cocky now, like, whatever, I don't need this, whatever, I'm so great. Because he's used to being fucking amazing, and he's the cursed sword, so double time used to being amazing, right? And now it's like, it's going to give him a dose of reality. It's like, well, you're not as great as you think you are anymore, because it's been a long time, and you need to work at it, And then he'll work at it, get better, and learn to not be such a cocky bastard. So, it's probably good for him not to win, so. I see. Then you try and win. I'll watch. Yeah, because even though you're sitting there saying that he sucks, you can't beat him. Obviously, because here's the thing. Richard is like, ugh, the cursed sword's just trash because he can't even beat Asaka in one blow. And it's like, you couldn't beat Asaka in one blow, so you're no match for Wilhelm if he's at least holding his own against Asaka, Oh, Wilhelm... I quickly turned back to the match. The harsh exchange of strikes was still ongoing. Hey, you're really good. It's an honor. It would be even better if I could win a round against you. Asaka really is strong, but I still can't tell who'll win. Wilhelm had the advantage in terms of weight and force, but Asaka was quicker, had better reflexes, and also seemed to have better intuition. Nothing was guaranteed in a fight, not even in training. An undefeated student could suddenly lose in one careless misstep. Abel. Just kidding. That was why I admired Abel's unfazed confidence. Alright, that's enough warm-up. Take this! Ah... face. It's so funny. He's like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. Like, there is just something facial expressions and the shit he says, which are just so like, he is like a fucking, like a biker hoodlum out of the 50s. He's like fucking one of the T-Birds in fucking Grease. Over here like, yeah, I'm like super sexy. And you're like, okay, sweetie, it's not 1954 anymore. There's just something, you know what I mean? Where like, you want to, like, yeah, it's my super sexy face. Like, totally did that. But like, you're like, yeah, I mean, I know what you're trying to do, but it's goofy. You know? Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh my god. Wilhelm's heavy strike knocked back Asaka along with the sword. Asaka, thrown to the dirt, still managed to jump up immediately. That's it. The winner is Wilhelm. You did well too, Asaka. In the end, I lost. Yeah, but like, you held your own. But I think it's funny, Wilhelm's like, enough warm-up. So like, he wasn't doing his best. Asaka fixed his messed up hair with a bitter smile. But I learned a lot. Thank you. Asaka picked up his katana and bowed deeply. Instructor, I want to go next. Go ahead. Good luck. Well, so he beat student number 3, so now he's number 3. So, well, that's in the mock battles, but still. I like how Wilhelm's just kind of standing there looking at him like, you're flirting with my girl. I know you. Because, like, Wilhelm remembers everything. Like, he was there. Well, unless he was sleeping. But, you know, you wonder how much of, like, shit we dealt with does he remember anyway. Let's do this. Yeah. They faced each other with weapons pointed. I can't raw as fucking Lustin. Like, Lustin's like this. Like, grr. Can't. The moment he made contact with Lustin's flail axe, Wilhelm's face looked troubled. You never know what might happen. I'm gonna fight to win. What did you say? Ha! Too slow. Same to you. Wow, he really is fighting to win. It seems that way. I mean, was Asaka not fighting to win too? I mean, that's the whole point when even if you're fighting in these battles in class, you're fighting to win. As far as I could tell, Lustin's build was the most similar to Wilhelm among all the students. Lustin's greatest strength is his powerful strikes due to his tall stature, and maybe these two have similar fighting styles. Oh, but maybe Wilhelm has more things in common with Abel, like their weapons. Hey, come on! Is that all you've got? No need to hold back on me. I mean, you guys, stop flirting so hard. Seems that way. Then I'll get a little serious and kill you. Wilhelm, you're not allowed to kill other students! The sword strikes became even louder, each strike twisting their faces in pain. I like how it's the sword strikes. Yeah, but... Lustin doesn't have a sword. Asaka fought well in the last match, but still lost. No, I'm not sure about Lustin. Me neither. There isn't a vast difference in strength, so I think it depends on their luck and spirit. Normally, I was never able to decide who to cheer for during mock fights, since I didn't want anyone to lose. But to be honest, I wanted Wilhelm to win today. Perhaps it was because we were fused until a little while ago. She's like, I want Wilhelm to win. It's because we were fused. Nah, you got a crush on him. I mean, it's probably more like you do have that weird fuse bond with him. I don't know if you necessarily at this point would have a crush on him. You'd be like, I mean, he's hot, but like he's kind of a douche. He's a cocky bastard. And she's like, what the fuck? Wilhelm, you can't say shit like that. Like, I feel like he'd be more aggravating to have to be around. Right now you're like, oh, dear God. And before you were stuck with him. Now you don't have to be, but he keeps following you, and you're like, you're not fused to me anymore. Please leave me alone. With how much he was like, God, you're so annoying. Yeah. And yet, look who's following me around like a puppy. Wilhelm, you can do it. I silently prayed for him. What's wrong? I thought you said you were gonna kill me. He's gonna run his sword through you, but that's... Well, I mean, he didn't really say that, but I'm just making it dirty for fun. You want to die that much? I'm glad they're having fun. Yeah, but I bet they're seriously trying to kill each other. Yeah, I don't think Lustin likes Wilhelm in the first place. Seeing how I was speechless, Posh shrugged his shoulders. Oh, is this about the fight they had on the first day at the boys' dorm? I need a flashback to that. They had a fight? Oh, sorry. I thought you had already told her about it. I didn't want to worry her. Asaka nodded slightly with a forced smile. What happened to them? Well, let's Nige. Well, so Wilhelm insisted he didn't want to be roommates with anyone. Yeah, I know that. It was Leston who tried to calm him down, but they both refused to cede ground and ended up getting into an argument. So they're kind of more alike than they want to admit. He was about to turn it into a fist fight when an instructor stopped them. I mean, Leston's actually a natural leader, you know. And we had to share a room in the boys' dorm as a basic rule, but Wilhelm refused. So that's what happened. Wilhelm's a cocky bastard. And Leston's like, the only one that's going to be cocky around here is me. And the reason he didn't want a room with anyone was, well, what was it? He didn't trust us. He didn't know if we'd attack him in his sleep. I mean, okay, I can understand why they're bothered by that. They're like, what the fuck? We're offended by that. But he doesn't get that. So, like, to their side, like, that's offensive. We're not going to attack you. But it's been centuries. Wilhelm was probably used to that kind of people are going to attack me in my sleep because that's the life he was living. So, you know what I mean? I could get he hasn't quite let go of that yet, but... What? It sure was the proof he was a warrior, but he didn't have to say that he didn't trust us that clearly. Yeah, I understand. See, at least Posh kind of gets it. He's like, I mean, it's kind of offensive, but I mean, that was the life he was living. Also, Liston was worried about you. Me? Yeah, he said you'd have a hard time dealing with that arrogant attitude. But I'm not. Maybe, but from our perspective, he should learn to do better. I mean, I agree with Posh, he should. But I also think it's really cute that Leston's like, you need to stop being an arrogant prick if you're gonna hang around her because we all love her. And they all kind of have a little bit of a crush on me. So like, and Leston's a ladies' man, so he's like, I will snatch her the fuck away from you with that attitude of yours, salad cat. So, you know, fair enough. Bless you again, you sneezy boy. Do the second time. Oh, you're so cute. I knew that Posh didn't mean any offense toward Wilhelm. I mean, to be fair, Wilhelm, girl, you can defend him all you want, but you know deep down you're like, I would love to defend my boyfriend. No, he does have an arrogant attitude. He was saying this out of consideration, and I started to feel bad. Nirvana's a military organization, but also a school after all. Right. Wilhelm didn't have any ill will either, but it was different from the era he lived. Maybe it'd be better for Wilhelm if he lived in the town. All right, this is the end of you. The intense fight we were watching finally came to an end. Damn it! I lost! I mean, Good work, Lustin. You fought well. To be fair, I'm kind of rooting for Wilhelm to win too. He's our boyfriend now, so. Hey, Asaka! I thought I'd win, but it was no good. You did great, sweetie.
Keep talking. Are you tired yet, Wilhelm? Not at all. Really? And then who should go?
Abel.
I will. This is gonna be the fight.
I really want, you know what, again, part of me really wants Abel to win. I want Wilhelm to win, don't get me wrong. Because, like, yeah, he's our boy toy now, so, like, yeah! But also, no, I need Abel to knock him down a peg. So that maybe he learns to grow and change and then, like, comes back and beats Abel in the end. You know what I mean? Like, then I'd be okay with it, you know? Plus, if the funny thing is if Wilhelm wins, it's not just like, wow, he's stronger than Abel. It's the fact that you took on the top 3 students in this fucking school and managed to beat them all. And after one battle, you weren't tired, so you went on to a second with a tougher student. This is not, you started with the toughest and you went down. You started with, out of the 3 of them, the weakest. Okay? And then you went to someone stronger, and now you're going to the strongest person in the school. Like, I'm sorry, but even being able to keep up with Abel, even if you lose to him, shows how ridiculously strong you are, that you managed to beat, to fight and win the top 2 students 2 and 3, and then even fought student number 1 and held your own, whether you win or lose there. You know what I mean? It looks like the number 1 is here. The moment Abel unsheathed his sword, the entire area turned tense. Yeah, Abel, you can do it. I love you. Oh, it's because I'm with Wilhelm now. You 2 are okay. Sure. I'm sorry, but as far as our boy toys go, Abel and Lustin making out is. Yeah, no, I'm there for that. I'm just saying, they're kind of. You're like. Abel's all serious and salty, and Lustin's like a flirty boy toy. Like, I mean, yeah, no, I see that dynamic. I'm here for that. At least say something like, cut that out or something. You sure are no fun to tease.
Abel's saying that within the world. Don't do that.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
I don't like your face. I see.
You know what would be funny? Because he kept saying a certain nation, a certain thing. I wonder if they were fighting in Romua, and it'd be really funny if Wilhelm later was like, no, I mean, I don't like his face because he reminds me of the king of Romua. Like, because even though he never met Rozian, it could have been Rozian's great, like, whatever. You know what I mean? He'd be like, your face reminds me of that fucker back 100 years ago who's like your great-great-grandpa or whatever. Now that would be kind of interesting.
Wilhelm, just so you're aware, Abel's currently the most skilled fighter at Nirvana.
Oh?
Which means if I beat you, I'll be the strongest here. So it would seem. And then I'll be number 1.
You won't win.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying, look at Abel when he's standing there ready to fight. He's so ridiculously sexy. Like, come the fuck on.
Here I go. Why, you...
I'm always gonna love Abel. Okay, there's nothing, like... I mean, we're gonna have fun in Wilhelm's run, and we're probably gonna adore the fuck out of him when we get to the end. Even though he's kind of a douche. But again, we're kind of here for it. But, like... Sir, I kind of do want Abel to knock you down a peg. And then later I want you to beat Abel so that, like, but you need to get knocked down a peg to get your attitude in check. And Abel being the one to do it, yeah. My Abel bias is showing. Whoa. When I first saw Abel fight, his strikes were a sight to behold, so I knew he was strong. Wilhelm's reactions facing Abel were more focused than with the other two fights.
Damn it! Ah!
See, I can do that with him, but I can't do it with Leston. Ah! It just sounds ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lose to you! You...
I think he might. If asked about who had the upper hand in this fight, there'd be a slight hesitation, but ultimately the response would be Abel. He knew Abel was strong, but not this strong. He's even ruthless. He never changes, does he?
Hey, do you think he'll...
Wilhelm's on his third consecutive fight. He said he wasn't tired, but I'm sure his muscles are. And that's the thing. Again, just because he loses to Abel doesn't mean he's weaker than Abel, but you are weakened because you fought two other very strong people. So even being able to go up against Abel and hold out for a while is impressive. If you started fresh with just Abel, would he have won? Maybe. I would say probably. But, again, I think for plot purposes, he needs to lose to Abel to get his attitude in check. You know? Because if he's like, I'm number one, then he would never learn a goddamn thing. To be beaten down by number one and like, I'm only number two? Then you have to go, then he has to do some soul searching and then realize, and then you know what I mean? And like, you can see the journey that's ahead, so.
Hey, is his body even real in the first place? Will he bleed if he gets hurt?
I think it's real. Much as unexpected, yet calm remark perplexed me. Wilhelm in his child form was transparent, but right now he was human. It didn't feel like I was fighting a ghost. I felt a lot of resistance. Right. I know this sounds strange, but his body did seem to be that of a normal human. Asaka, what kind of... What were you... Never mind.
Okay, so the guy inside the cursed sword wasn't some spirit. Wow, interesting.
I'll be like, no, he was a real person that died. And they're like, what?
You said your name was Abel, huh? You really are good. You're not too bad either, for a sword.
Just pissed him off.
You... Don't get cocky on me.
Abel, who had seemed to have the advantage, tensed up in pain. Wilhelm's strike echoed throughout, telling us how heavy it was. As Asaka said, he must have built up fatigue without even knowing. Neither of his previous opponents were weak, after all.
Yeah, I'm getting in the zone.
Wilhelm looked to be fully enjoying the fight as he swung down at Abel. But Abel wasn't placed completely on the defensive. A brief opening was enough for him to regain some ground, resuming his strikes. Hold on, you gotta go potties again? I know, this part's going a little long, so you gotta go again? I think that's one of Abel's greatest strengths. Huh? Normally, people would consider themselves defeated after they get caught off guard, but not Abel. He's like, kick ass. Hold on, you gotta go potties again? I know. Yeah? You gotta go potties again? Yeah, good boy, thank you. I know. You were getting a little fidgety. You couldn't hold it for a few more minutes. But Abel leaps right back to his feet.
Maybe he doesn't even think he can lose.
You're probably right. I'd call it his confidence, or a powerful sense of duty. His mental strength is something else. His expression is unchanged, whether in training or mock battles. This place was where boys and girls adept in combat gathered from all over Ortesia. Abel stood above them all. That meant he was practically the strongest on the continent.
Just die already. You sure talk a lot.
No, Wilhelm!
This is the end.
Wilhelm? Wilhelm's sword, the cursed sword, was knocked into the air. I like the fact, look, he held his own. Like, so he could probably beat Abel. But again, you fought two very strong people first. But how many battles has Abel fought against people getting stronger and stronger, and he still won? So, yeah, I mean, if Abel fought Asaka and then fought Lustin and then fought Wilhelm, would they be on par in the same thing? Abel probably still would have won, I guess, to be fair. Wilhelm and Abel, just the two of them? Okay, I said probably before, but maybe. It's a maybe. It's 50-50. I think he'll end up getting stronger and being able to beat Abel. That's going to be his whole part, arc, but I really think he needs to get a little bit of comeuppance right now. He's got to get knocked down a peg so that he gets rid of the arrogant attitude that he has. That he's so fucking wonderful. You know what I mean? He won. He won against the legendary cursed sword. You say that like if he hadn't fought me while I was using the sword, he wouldn't have won. I mean. I can't pant for Abel, sir. Wilhelm and Abel stood still. The crowd was still too. Everyone looked astonished by the outcome. But I mean, is it making Abel hotter than he was before? Yes, absolutely. I shouldn't be like, Abel, God, you're so hot right now. We're in Wilhelm's route, but Abel, you're so hot right now. Wilhelm. The winner is Abel. Instructor Leonidas' voice never sounded so merciless as it did now. I mean, although Wilhelm's just cleavage showing his... I mean, that's not hurting. Fighting 3 in a row was tough. You got me. Oh, you got me this time, Abel. But it won't be so easy next time. I like that he's still a little cocky. But he's gonna train harder. You know what I mean? Wilhelm turned around. That was good practice for me. Thanks. Wilhelm. He looked away and walked quickly. He's trying to keep up the cocky attitude, but he probably feels like... Yeah. Ha! He actually lost. Can we just punch Richard in the face? I wonder how strong the legendary course sword would be, but that's it. I just think it's so funny that Richard is judging despite the fact that he couldn't beat Asaka if he tried. He would have had his ass handed to him in half the time, and yet he's still gonna look down on someone that beat Asaka and fucking Lustin. For God's sakes, Richard, I don't even think you could beat Posh. That's sad. Poor Posh. But, during the whole point in Posh's route was that he's just having a really bad time right now. He's not doing his best. So even at his weakest, you could still kick Richard's ass. Could you beat me? Yes. Richard could probably beat me. But still, you know what? So could a really strong wind, bitch. Richard. Oh, apologies. A slip of the tongue. Richard exaggerated a troubled expression before walking away. What a fucking twat. I love how much of a dick he is. That's why they named him Richard, so you're like, what a dick! Yeah. The bell rang. It was the end of class. Everyone looked relieved and headed back to the entrance with their weapons. Lustin and Posh glanced worriedly at me as though offering their condolences. Let's go back. Yuriana... We have to go to the next class, right? Yuriana also looked worried about me. It's so funny, they're worried about me because I'm worried about Wilhelm? Yeah, we should go. I held a sword I wasn't quite used to as I started walking with Yuriana. And that's where we're going to end it, so. Anyway, he's out there pining over losing and just kind of being a little bit transition. Sorry, I forgot the deal, guys. But he's out there like being a little sad sack because he lost. So we're gonna have to go console him and be like, no, it's just because Abel's number one and you've been dormant for so long, so you just gotta practice. So anyway, I mean, I'm sure it's the fact that it's a little bit of both things. It's the fact that he's used to being so good and that he's always been cocky like this. So being beaten is like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But then also being the cursed sword and being like, okay, I have spent centuries being this weapon that everyone's talked of in legends and everything, and I can't even beat the strongest kid here? That's, you know what I mean? But again, you're fighting with a weapon, not being the weapon. Those are two different things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to fight with a sword, but I think if I all of a sudden became a magic sword that, like, other people wielding me, I'd be like, look, I'm an awesome sword. I'm not the one doing the work. You know what I mean? So, like, Wilhelm, you haven't done the work, really. Like, have you helped and yes, sure. But, like, to be fair, you're not actually the one wielding said sword. You are, I mean, I guess, yes, sort of on a little bit, because we've seen in other routes where all of a sudden it's like, I feel like my arm is possessed and like Wilhelm's kind of controlling your movements. But again, it'd be different fighting with the sword than fighting as the sword. So it's slightly different. And again, he's been dormant for so long. He was weakening. So you got that, and now all of a sudden you're back to your original self, and you're expecting that after hundreds of years fighting as a sword that was getting weaker and weaker, that you're just going to go back to the strength that you had before you died? And that ability? Like, it's in you, but you still have to practice it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the whole point of practicing something. Like, I started learning Japanese years ago. It has been years since I've done anything. I'm not just going to pick up the books where I left off and be like, oh yeah, I remember everything. I remember some things, but I'm not going to remember everything. You know what I mean? Because it's been years since I've done anything. It's like drawing. I used to draw all the time, and you can see like in like sketchbooks that I had, like, oh, that was really wow, I got really good. If I tried to do some of those things now, it would look like I was drawing blind and left-handed. Because I'm right-handed. You know what I mean? And like, you'd be like, okay, that's not good at all. Because I haven't practiced my craft. You know what I mean? You don't just get good at something. So like, Wilhelm not having actually used his skills in years, centuries, technically, used them in a different sense, like, you know what I mean? So it makes sense he couldn't beat Abel, but he's not thinking that. He's like, I'm just awesome. I'm going to pop out awesome. And it's like, but no, sweetie, you're not back to being you just because you're back to being you. But see, that's exactly where the slip up is, He's like, I'm me again. I'm the dude I was when I died. Yeah, but not really. So it's okay. He'll get his comeuppance. That was his, like, knockdown, and he's going to get back up and be a better person for it. So that's we had to do it. So I'm kind of here for it. And then he'll beat Abel, and it'll be great. And he won't be such a douche about it. He'll be like, no, man, you put up a good fight, and I'm proud that it was so hard to beat you. Whatever. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.